What's going on, guys? This is Matt the StarCraft, and I am back with Game 2 between our yellow Zerg, imbaLoweLy, and our red Terran, EmpireKas. With last game, we did see EmpireKas lose to imbaLoweLy. It was pretty decisive. He did go a heavy Marine Marauder mix as his typical, but the Ling Bling Muta mix that imbaLoweLy had and his heavy expansion really kind of put him behind. So we'll see what happens when we play here on Shakura's Plateau. I'm really super excited to see this game, and I really hope he provides the same level of entertainment. EmpireKas known for his infantry mix, as I said last game, so perhaps we'll see something similar, if not the exact same thing. As far as my frame rate issues, things tend to get a little slow when big combat happens. That didn't happen right away when I first started recording, but this has started to crop up more frequently, and I'm not quite sure why, so if anybody has an answer, that would rock. I'm not quite sure why my frame rate drops when action starts rolling. When I first started doing this, it didn't happen. Now suddenly Fraps is being a pain in my rear end. And I do have the latest version, so I'm not sure why. But that is beside the point. Just a little side note there for you to consider. We'll see what we got going on. This is a large map, excellent for macroing, so we'll see if they decide to take advantage of that. I would not be surprised to see both of them attempt to take an early expansion, or at least imbaLoweLy, since this is he is a Zerg, and last game we did see him take an early expansion. He did hatch first last time, so we'll see if that's what he does this time, and it does look like he is going to be hatch firsting and sending a drone out to scout to poke around in his base and see what he can find, and there's the hatch right there. So he 14 hatches again, just like he did last time. That is going to benefit him if he can hold off any early pressure, if any early pressure shows up, because the drone count needs to skyrocket for him. So we'll see what EmpireKas decides to do. I'm going to take away this nameplate as it is unnecessary right now. I'm going to drop that at some point later in the game if I think it'll help out. So he's just building his barracks. Barracks just finishing up now. I'll probably see a Marine popping out of there almost immediately. Yes, there is the Marine heading down there, but not before the drone able to scoot on in here, kind of gliding around on his, I don't know, they have legs. Is that what they have? They kind of look like they glide to me, so that's how I always pictured it, but perhaps they do have little tiny like bug-like legs at the bottom. So he is going to poke out of here, see what happens. What is EmpireKas going to do? Is he going to be dropping an expansion here? Yes, he is. He is going to be dropping command center, so one racks into expand. Really looking to take that macro lead, but EmpireKas was seen by imbaLoweLy's drone. His drone had kind of scooted out of there as the SCV was on its way out, so I do believe imbaLoweLy knows this is going to happen. He is chasing out the SCV. Is he? Let's see how he reacts if he drops his spawning pool. Is he going to get an early gas? I wouldn't be surprised to see him grab an early gas at some point. We'll see what happens there. There is a spawning pool. I like this placement in case there was ever a rush or a Hellion harass. This will block the movement and forcing them into one side, and really corralling them into an area where he can deal with them if he has the queens or the spine crawlers to go up. But I don't know if we'll be seeing any Hellion since he is going an early expand build, so he'll be prepped with the defenses and have that ready to go. That will give him time to ready anything he needs. So he is going to continue to drone up and grab a few Zerglings to probably grab those Zelnaga watchtowers, and there they go, scooting on out to grab those watchtowers probably, or at least poke up in the front of the base, see what's going on. But he should feel very safe to continue droning up and expanding, just because he knows that the Terran is expanded, so he's dumped a lot of minerals into that command center, not really allowing him to grab another early racks or a whole lot of Marines. He is going to be forced into a defensible position. I believe we have a bunker going down. Is that what that is, or is that another command center? No, we have another command center jumping down, which is smart by EmpireKas because he does know that imbaLoweLy does have an expansion up already, so this is going to be purely for SCV production, I assume. And he is going to get that wall off before those Zerglings could scoot in here and see exactly what's going on. You will see this along Shakura's Plateau, this 3-rack wall, because this is such a huge ramp that he needs to wall in at the bottom, and these 3 racks are exactly what that's going to do. And later on, he'll probably pop this out of here, place a bunker or something, just to narrow that choke, since Terran thrive in choke points. That is kind of their strong point, is to choke units into a small position, have their siege tanks and whatnot just wipe them out as they stream in. We have a spine crawler going down for imbaLoweLy as well, so really just planning on macroing up a bit. And a third queen is out. I believe that's his third queen. Yep, that is his third queen. He has grabbed both of these gases, so I'm going to be grabbing something that used that, I assume. There goes the metabolic boost, the speedling upgrade, and perhaps a roach warren will be going down soon since he does have both gases feeding him gas. He doesn't want to let that gas get too high, otherwise it's just kind of a waste of time and a waste of drones. Quickly dropping a 2 creep tumors right down here before the creep even finishes going down. So really looking to get that creep spread going early game. I like that he has both of these. He does just really have to worry about this because the only thing the Terran can do outside of going down the middle lane is any tricky drops is just to elevate her up and down. But as you can see, he does have Overlord placement here to catch anything. He has them over here to see at the edges in case they do pop over. So he's going to see any drops before they even show up, even though we don't have any going down so far. Just another barracks. So 4 racks and a factory. He's got excellent saturation over here, and just 2 gas out of all of his gas. So we don't see anything tricky coming down. We do have a tech lab, so late Hellion play. He's dropping his starport, so either late Hellion play or blue flame Hellion play, should I say, or he'll be swapping his starport to grab some sort of banshees. And we also have a tech lab going down for this barracks as well, some marauders, and yes, it looks like he will be there for the starport. So banshee play looks like is what he is aiming for. And I forgot my drink. This really old Mountain Dew is gonna have to do, I guess. And I do like that his Marines there really gonna force the Overlord to not be able to scout. Overlord wouldn't get even 2 inches before those Marines just tore it apart because it is slow as hell. So he's gonna keep those Marines kind of in the general vicinity, I assume, or not. He's just gonna move them out. So not really worried about that Overlord, but don't be surprised if imbaLoweLy decides to leave that Overlord there just to keep a watch out for drops, as would be smart. He also has one over here, and he looks like he's scooching another one over here, so really keeping an eye on that lane, which is extraordinarily smart, especially since dropping is a heavy part of a heavy infantry play that such as EmpireKas. And if you look at this point, 8 minutes and 30 seconds in, this creep spread is already phenomenal. And it looks like he's going to be grabbing his 3rd base right up here as he's scooching on over, just waiting. Not quite sure what he's waiting for, but he is grabbing that, and he's going to move his Zerglings up just to do a quick little scout to see if anything is taking these anything fishy is going on, rather. Looking for that 3rd base, scooting over here just to see if there's 3rd base here, and another one over here, and another one over here. So really checking to make sure he has no bases. I love that Zergling spread. That is such good spread. Really good eye. Map control. He has absolute map control right now. Love that. And we do have a Banshee on the field now, so we'll see what this Banshee decides it's going to try and do. Scooting down this way of the field. Going to be potentially picking off any Zerglings of the Watchtower. Looks like it. Yep, it does. He is queued up, and there goes a Zergling. Bam, moving on out. And what is he grabbing? He's going to be grabbing his 4th as well. So double expanding, feeling like he's safe enough to do that. And I like that move. It's risky, but it could pay off dividends, especially since he doesn't have much other than Marines, and he can quickly react to that if he has... it looks like he's going to be dropping Spore Crawlers, but it doesn't look like he has a Baneling Nest. That's what I was looking for. So no Baneling's Nest, and this is going to be poking away here at this 3rd expansion, and he's going to have to pull some Queens up here, but is he going to cancel it? No, it doesn't look like he's going to cancel it yet. Maybe just leave it until he can get something up here. Looks like the Queens are Spore Crawler and a Queen, I'm sorry, are making their way over here. Moving that out of there, going to take some pot shots on the Spore Crawler, but the Queen is going to ward it away before it can do anything, so he's going to start taking out the Queen, and I'm going to feel the Queen does some significant damage since her air attack does 7 damage straight up. And he's going to be borrowing that Spawn Crawler right in the back line of the mineral, but smartly moving that Banshee out of the way with 14 health still. Moving that Banshee out of the way of the Spore Crawler and still able to shoot at this hatchery. And he's going to be forced to bring another Queen this way and rebuild a Queen as well. And here comes the other Queen on the mini-map. No, drones, I'm sorry. And he's going to be picking off, yes, he is. He's going to be picking off those drones as they come instead of focus firing that. And more drones moving on over. Does he have a Queen on the way? Yes, he does. There's the Queen. I'm surprised he didn't decide to pick this up instead, because if he just moved this over here, he'll be focus firing this instead. But all they needed was a couple of shots. They only had 14 health. They only need 2 shots from the Queen to finish that thing off. And so it is gone. And now he is injecting larva and is going to quickly get this saturated. Over here, we do have a drop poking out. He's going to be shooting at some of those Overlords. And this is what I was talking about, the drops, but he should have seen it coming. He had the Overlord placement perfectly. I'm surprised he hasn't reacted to it. Maybe he was just too focused on that 3rd expansion, but a bunch of Zerglings are coming with Infestors. Faster than fungal growthing. This thing is not going to get away with all the Infestors there. Yes, there it is again. And the Queen quickly poking away at it. Boom! He loses his drop just like that because of the Infestor play. So many Infestors. Another auxiliary hatchery as well. And here he comes with a big push of Marines and tanks. No Marauders in that mix, it looks like. I don't see any. So he's moving into the middle of the map. Expect scans as he's going to want to push his creep back. Having the creep this far out just allows for too much maneuverability, and there's a scan. Any good Terran would do that. He needs to push that creep back, not allow it as far as it is. So we'll see how long he's able to keep that there. But a huge Zergling Infestor army. Those Infestors are going to do some massive damage, and those Siege of Tanks are going to do splash damage to their own. And here come the Infestors and the Zerglings quickly surrounding, and there he goes, dropping a bunch of beach balls there. And fungal growth thing, are they going to go down? Looks like no, but they are so close to dead. He's going to get another fungal growth off. No, but those infested Terrans are going to try to pick off that medevac, but it is too healthy to finish off. But those siege tanks were killed, which is success in imbaLoweLy's book. Scooting on down, he is picking up his third base here. Still one evenly based up now, so he needs to grab his fourth. I thought he was grabbing his fourth. I didn't see that drone go up there, but he decided to cancel that instead and pulling that drone back to do some mining. But now that he's on third bases, he will quickly realize that since the creep is really up here and it's a really open, he can quickly scoot on down here, scoot around the rock, but he is going to push up over here and heal those Marines up before he makes the push. But here comes a bunch of Zerglings. He does have Hive Tech on the way with another hatchery, so he is now grabbing that fourth base. He does assume, or perhaps he even knows, that that third base is up. But those Zerglings aren't going to do much without Infestor reinforcements, so most of those Zerglings are already killed, but the Infestors are coming up with the fungal growth, hitting all of those Marines now, and really just got to pop all of them, so losing a big chunk of Marines is going to be forced to retreat behind the safety of those siege tanks, while he quickly builds some more Zerglings and keeps the Infestors, as the Infestors really haven't been lost. Really like that the Infestors are being extremely useful. A few of them are really, really hurt, but they've served their purpose, popping a bunch of his troops, forcing EmpireKas to bake a bunch more Marines. And now he's going to be spreading that creep, and I like this right behind. He's not going to know it's there, and as they show up, he's going to try to stop them before they come by. Yes, he's not going to see those spine crawlers. That is such good placement. They're going to get poked at well before, because of this creep tumor, well before they get anywhere near this. So damage is going to already be done before they even can get past that. He will have to drop a scan if he wants to do an attack past this hedge before anything happens. And what is going on over here? These two Zerglings stopping this command center from going down, so he can't grab his fourth, or at least there. Maybe he wouldn't be able to do it here either because of that Zergling. I like that. It's kind of funny that command centers can't land, and this medevac is going to give them vision now that they siege up. These things are going to be shot at. Yes, there they are. He's going to just leave them there and dropping a siege tank on the high ground to make sure that happens. Interesting. I like that move. You don't see that too often, or at least you don't really catch it too often, but he is dropping a bunch of fungal growths and beach balls as he goes down and wiping up those siege tanks. But this siege tank on the high ground can't really do anything about it right now. If he could get an Overlord over here, maybe he could do a couple of fungal growths to kill this off, but as of now, he has no way of getting it. He did lose a couple of Infestors, and a lot of them are really, really injured, but they're still serving their purpose oh so well, and you can see the range has a really good arc here. I'm surprised this isn't being hit. I feel like that's actually right in the arc if you take a look at it. But he's feeling comfortable enough scanning now, and they are going to be put right in there. He's going to fungal growth that and make sure that the splash damage is done to his own troops. Didn't really catch many Marines, but did stop the medevac from retreating, really injuring it. And now he's going to try to clean this up, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to. Retreating with the rest of his Infestors, though, are so precious on the gas that he needs to make sure they are kept safe from this siege tank. He really needs to take this out. He's trying to save it. It's going to go down. There's no way he can save it, so he's finishing that off. Finishing off this barracks. This is not looking good for EmpireKas, losing a lot of his expansion, but his main is looking alright, and he still has a spare expansion over here, so he can quickly move this orbital and to take back whatever he had. But all of these Zerglings and Ultralisks are going to continue harassing the north side over here, along with this expansion. He does have a good amount of Ultralisks still, so he's going to smartly lift off, as Ultralisks cannot jump, and though they look like they could get up there if they really wanted to, they're just too lazy to do so. So things are looking a little bit good for Imba, but if you look at the money count, his bank is running low. He's lost a lot of units in this attack, while EmpireKas has a huge bank set up so he can continue pumping out reinforcements. And while he's losing these troops over here, he does look like he has a few medevacs over here doing something while these guys take it up. But back to the action. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the action. He killed off those guys, and he is going to maintain. He's going to be going after this expansion as well. Looks like he's going to be able to know he's going to lift that off smartly. Doesn't want to lose another one. He's already lost a bunch of command centers for planetary forces, a few orbital command, but luckily now he's completely saturated this with mules to keep his mineral inflow. The only thing that's really hurting is his gas is running really low, but that's not going to stop him from producing any more Marines or Marauders. Well, Marauders, yeah, he could continue to produce both of those, except for the Marauders. They cost gas. That's why I was checking how much gas they cost. I didn't know if they were expensive or not. I know, poor me, I'm not a big Terran player. So he's moving over here. He has held off all that aggression, looking no worse for the wear. If we take a look at the units lost here, the units killed are actually quite even. I'm surprised. And the workers killed are more favoring imbaLoweLy. But we got another one over here, but he's going to be cleaning this up, it looks like. Yes, he's going to be moving in to take out this expansion. Huge amount of Marauders now with siege tanks to really combat those Ultralisk count, and he has nothing in production. His mineral count for imbaLoweLy is a little on the low side, so now we have some counter-aggression coming from EmpireKas, and oh, another fungal growth to stop this. Maybe we'll kill any of them off. Oh, yes, he's going to lose some of those Marines, but not too many thanks to those medevacs. He's going to quickly start moving up here, and again, his bank is running low. He can't really afford anything other than a few Broodlords in the map now. So this is looking a little bit worse now for imbaLoweLy after that push that kind of failed. I really think splitting up the army was his downfall.